garden eating the fruit. I did
Exactly.
not advise her to eat it. Why are you punishing?
I know, right? So that I can have a baby. Problems. What if I
think
adopt?
Christine is ready to drink. Now my question is, what is it that you remember bakubwiye and then you found out it was all a lie?
Well, first of all, it was everybody said it was a scary thing, like wagira ngo ni nk'igihano or something like that. So, which I found out it's so very natural. It just comes and goes and go back to life easy. So I think that's my thing. Anyone else?
Is it not scary? I'm still scared out of my person when it comes. Alvina, you wanted to share?
Okay. I think what I was told is that menstruation don't hurt, but they do. They really do. Like, it's like you die every month, me personally. And also the fact that you cannot suffer as a woman. As a woman, you suffer in all periods. While growing, your breast hurts. While having menstruation, you have stomach cramps. While giving birth or when you're pregnant, you hurt. Like, until you die, you're hurting. So literally, it's a lie being a woman. It doesn't hurt. It's a lie because we hurt every month and every, lifetime.
For me, when I was, I think it was 8 years, 9. I was somewhere in the family. It was not I was not with my mother. So that time, I just saw the pad of my auntie. It was my aunt. I saw the used pad, like you can pass in the washroom and see something. She was about taking shower, something like that. So when I saw it, I became scared. I was like, what is she thinking about? What is she suffering about? Because I was thinking she's sick. Because I saw things hard in the Mika inside. I was like, so I have never heard about it.
So my first encounter with periods was from a personal experience. Like Rachel,
Jesus.
I was not home, not with my parents. I was living with my aunts, and it was crazy. Because all my aunts are kind of crazy. So the first time it happened, I first thought I was sick. So I went to them. I'm like, you guys, I think I'm sick. I'm going to the toilet and this is happening. And they're like, you're dying. Like, you're dead. That's it. It's over. I'm like, what happened?
God.
So you see, the next time, one of my aunts looked me in the eyes. She was like, the next time a guy touches you, when I mean touches you, I mean touches you on the skin, you will be pregnant. And if you're pregnant, your parents will kill you.
Oh, God.
Now that's scary.
Oh my God. That is something else.
There's never a day where you don't have parties. In the evening, we had to go in a party. And I happened to have a best friend who was a boy. So I was skipping away the whole evening until at one point I was distracted. He came and touched me. He was like, where have you been? Oh, my first reaction was like,
pregnant.
I'm pregnant. I went home running and crying.
You got pregnant.
No, you were pregnant.
Sorry for you.
Okay, for me, what I thought that when you get your periods, like, you're gonna need to use a lot of pads. So when I first got my period, I was like, oh my God, even when I'm going for shopping, maybe even if it's for 5 minutes, I need to carry like 3 pads and something of this sort. But afterwards, I just came to realize that you just need to use 2 or 3 as per your flow. So it was kind of funny. Okay, for me, I think I waited for them for a long time. They came when I was around 14. I was when I was in high school. So I kept on waiting for them when I was in primary school, like from class 6. Okay, I know maybe the education system in Kenya and Rwanda is a bit different. But I don't know how different it is. But when I was in class 6, I was like 11 years up to class 8 when I was 13 years. So I kept on waiting for them because we were so sensitized. There were companies, Pads company who would come to school and talk to us about periods and what to expect and a lot of things. So I was anxious and I was waiting for it. So I kept on just seeing that girls are just receiving their menses while me I wasn't receiving. So I was like, am I normal or I'm not normal? But Fuchs, well, I was in secondary school in our first form, they came and I was so excited. So it wasn't an awkward moment because I knew most of the things. But that was the experience.
She had a less terrifying experience. Anyhow,
Yeah.
Actually, I think she had more information than we had.
yeah, because it came a bit
myself,
late. When
Yeah.
was it
my
for you?
first time, I didn't know anything about it. When
How
it
old were
first
you?
happened to I was, I think, 13, 14 maybe, because I was in my third year of secondary school. See,
Oh,
I
lucky
was
you.
in my third year.
You
I
were
was
you
very,
were blessed. Me, I was.
Good
actually,
for
I
you,
didn't know
Rachel.
nothing about it.
You know,
Problems.
as I told you, that was the last news I heard about them until they come to me. Means that I didn't hear anything. They
Like
come for me. They come when
when?
I was young because I was like 11, I think 11, 12, and I was in
Ah,
P6,
that is
and
not
no
young.
one, the people who was around me, no one was able. I was not able to share them what happened to me, so I kept them by myself
How
until I
about you,
met mom
Fabi?
when I was.
When was the first time?
Me?
Yeah.
I was 16 and I was finishing my high school. Yeah,
First
I'm the
time.
lucky one.
You lucky
See,
little thing. I'm keeping the
Yes, I
other
was
part in my head.
lucky. I'm lucky, but now I'm cursed because
Wow.
I hate
Why?
it so much.
You hate it. Actually, I think everybody
Very.
Why do you hate
is
it?
very different
Man, it
about that
hurts.
one.
It hurts.
Well, for
It hurts.
myself, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
We're getting to that part. We're
But
getting to that part. Let's get to know
but
first, Daniel. When was the first time you made them? You had them?
yeah, my first time was at 11. What? When I was 11,
You too.
11
You was
years
young. Yeah.
old.
Now, are you guys
Yeah,
ready to know when was
11.
my first time? Drum
Yes.
roll. I was 9.
Please say it. What? 9? That's
What?
very
Yes,
young.
that
Jesus
was
Christ.
the most
You are
oh,
you are so
horrible.
young.
That
My
Oh
was very
God.
goodness.
young,
Yeah.
actually. But I
Yeah. I'm
think
not
the
surprised because I
puberty had
knew about it.
actually
So.
started. I couldn't even relate that
They
I was a
told you
girl
about
by
it when
that
you were
time. I just thought I was,
yes, when I was 5.
God.
wow,
who did that?
you are blessed.
Yeah, there's a lot of information just right at my door, so like I could relate. Like if you do this with a boy, so you get pregnant. And there was a lot of there was a program that was in TV that was called Bold and Beautiful by then. So I used to sneak and watch it, and I knew these things. I knew.
Oh, you're very lucky.
Oh,
I
you're
knew.
so lucky. Yeah,
I think
for
I'm
me, I
hoping my
think
kids
that
in Kenya because in Kenya they have good education for children growing up.
yeah, exactly. Mm.
Anyhow, my next question is now that you have, well, we can say you have more experience, what would you, how would you describe your moods? Because, you know, most guys, they tell us that we don't understand women. You guys are a mystery to us. How can we explain to them how we functions, moodily speaking, not only in our period, but throughout the whole month, like from, you know how we study the cycle of periods and everything. So how can you explain a person your emotions, your feelings throughout the whole month? Like, let's start the first week when you start your periods and go building up. You go through your ovulation, you go through all the things you go through until you come back.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start. Okay, for one, I think there's something that I discovered. When was it? 2017. It was about craving. So I just thought it's those ladies, especially the pregnant women, who normally have craving. And so I was just hanging out with a friend of mine who is a male. And we were just talking about craving and such kind of things. And then he told me that sometimes you usually have craving. So I was like, huh? And you're, dude, are you normal? So it was like, yeah, we do have craving. Like I can crave for meat, I can crave for fries and such kind of things. So I was like, oh, so this thing, it's not just for ladies. So I think when it comes to emotions, we share a lot with men, but the only difference that comes in is that we have some hormones that makes us somehow irritable and somehow very sensitive, somehow I don't know how to explain it. That's the only difference. So you find that um, on your period, you're like, "Ah, I don't want to do the dishes. I don't want to make my bed. I don't want to see this face and such kind of things. And sometimes you're like, and after that, sometimes you're like, you're just so excited over nothing and you're so
Yeah, you
badly
feel
and
like
such
you're
kind
so
of thing.
happy, you want everything, you love everyone, you're in a good mood, you don't even know what is going on. That is totally
And
true.
at times you want to eat everything. So you want fries next time, you want beans, you want rice, you want everything. And so sometimes it's very hard for men to understand us because, like, for example, maybe in the morning, I never wanted anything, I never wanted to see any face. And then after 4 hours, all of a sudden, I'm so bubbly, I'm talking, like, I'm joking and everything. So if the same person was around me from the morning up to see those changes, you'll be like, okay, so how do I treat you? You know? So sometimes it's hard, but I think the more they get to be around us, the more they know how to treat us, the more they learn how to be flexible with our natural us. So, so by the fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, you almost have forgotten that you're having your experience, and you're just so happy, and you're just like you're normal you. But here comes a few days, like 10 or 12 days after you start your period, so 14 days, and here comes ovulation, and again you get excited. Sometimes you feel some pain on your left or right side near you. I don't know where to I don't know that you know that place that pains when you're having some ovulation. It's not a consistent pain. It's just a like you feel it's like a prick
Like a
sometimes.
pinch.
It's just a yes,
Not
like a
sure like
pinch.
what's there, but sometimes you feel like something is wrong, but you're not sure what it is. Is it my back? Is it my kidney? What's going on?
Yes, and it's time that you even start noticing your crashes and everything, you know, like you feel your body, like your sexual antennae. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you feel like you're
there's
aroused
just
and you feel like you're
so
attracted
like
to
you feel
everything
like
that is
your sexual
moving.
antennae are yes, that's the time that you don't want to mess around if you're single, but if you're married and you have the freedom. Yeah.
Well, for myself, I think I've been very different from anyone because since it all started, I couldn't even know until I saw some blood shedding. I was like, what's going on? That was my thing. I didn't have that much of a change or a feeling, but along the way I found out that it changes with time because as Christina said, you get moody sometimes, you feel the changes, your breast hurts sometimes, you feel like what do we call it in English? Bas-ventre. C'est quoi le bas-ventre
Your
in
low belly.
English? Exactly that thing. You feel like there is something in your belly. Something is like, as you say, pinching or something. You feel like there is a change. Now you start understanding that something is going on. So, and it feels quite different. For myself, I don't have that much problem when during that period. I'm not I have friends who have so cramps and the headaches and all those heavy things that come along. But for myself, it's really an easy process. It takes
You're
me up
lucky
from
something that I
yeah, it
won't
takes
say
me
either.
3 to 4 days. It takes 3 to 4 days to go through it.
I think
No,
Albina feels like
it's
she wants to
very
stop
easy.
you just for the sake of feeling hurt.
I know, but she got it at 16, so she can't blame me. She can't blame me.
Hey,
So you get your share. I think we all get our shares, But then I try to do some reading. We all even learn about ourselves, how things changes. But
Yeah.
hormones, it's just something that
Something.
prepares you that there is a change inside. So
Now that's what I want people to understand. Someone asked me about this
yeah.
thing, and I was like, okay, let me try and give you a brief about how a woman is in the whole month period. So, when you are in your period, the first day you are ready to kill everyone. Is it true or is it not?
You are in
Not true.
in
Such
the
a bad
regular mood
mood.
time.
You feel like the first person who comes your way, you are ready to strangle them alive. True or false?
I think
Most
sometimes it happens,
especially
but you can't relate it with the whole thing.
That's the
Well,
thing. We're
myself,
trying to
I'm
talk about the mood. We're trying to talk about the mood.
yeah,
You don't know why you are angry. You don't know who made you angry. You just feel like you're ready to just
exactly.
kill some
Yeah, that's true.
mess.
That's true.
Albina,
Everyone
unmute
who
yourself.
comes,
We want to hear your
also if
reaction.
someone asks you,
regular.
yeah,
Yeah, it is very true. It is.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
day, of your period. Like you
Yeah.
might not hurt. I don't know. I think I've never. Well, it's my pleasure to meet you, Odile, who never hurt. Don't think I'm happy about it, anyways. But but I believe emotionally feeling. Are you happy or are you also feeling like you're ready to kill some people?
Yeah, actually, for myself, I found out that my reactions, my chain of reaction changes along the way. Because
Exactly.
at some point, you feel like you're so in love with someone imaginary. You feel like
That's the day two,
whoever comes, I'm
and
feeling.
day three. Day two, you feel like you're so much in love. Like yes, you're in
Exactly.
pain, but still, like you're loving the whole world. You're feeling like everyone. Like you guys.
Day one, you feel like, hey, I'm going to kill everyone who comes near me. It all happens in a woman's body. It's very,
Your
very
emotions
interesting.
are all over the place the second day.
Exactly. Yeah. So that all hormones. I never understood what
Hormones.
hormones were until I tried to read about them. I was like, what are hormones? And then yeah, hormones. It comes down because of something. I think, but we have read about hormones, what it does, and I
No.
even.
If you have
Mhm.
been watching a nice movie or you've been reading something romantic, Albina, how do you
Mhm.
feel? Like you feel like you're the actress of the
um, so me personally, let me
You just
first
want to
finish your
respond to
question
what you've been
regarding my month. Like me personally, first weeks of the month, I'm good. I've been as usual, fun. Everything is fun for me. But 1 week before my period, I'm in a moody period. Just I can say that I'm
Someone
just
tell your
so
neighbor,
clumsy.
moody period.
Yeah, and you call me, I hang off like I'm not in a good mood because I know in few days to come I'm dying. And it's like, sorry to say it, but I'm that evil on a point. I'm like, I wish boys could come with me and we go to hell together because I'm about to go to hell. So what I really think is at that moment when I'm in pain, every time I pray to God and I'm like, I wish this could go off. Like I really pray that moment.
Oh.
And I really want it to go off and I can have my good months of the year, like no cramps, no periods. Why am I even supposed to go bleeding so that I can have a baby? So at some point, I'm really not a fan of babies. Sorry to say it. Because, yeah, if I have to go through this, like one day, the funny thing, I even one day prayed to God and I was like, let's argue, let's plan something and like business matters. Let me have periods for after 3 months of there. So it's like 3 times. 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah? If I count well. No,
In
times.
trimester.
And then, trimestre, voila. And then I can breathe like thrice a year. It's dope. Like I will not have any problem. But why do I have to have it every month? It's like a warning. It's like I have to pay some bills. It's like a rent.
Why?
It's like the landlord is there. Hey, calm
But
down.
let's swear, one day I was like, God, let's be serious. I was not with the Evie when she was in the garden eating the fruit. I did
Exactly.
not advise her to eat it. Why are you punishing?
I know, right? So that I can have a baby. Problems. What if I
think Christine is ready to drink? Reniel, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to mention that we do not have to forget that there are some girls who have an irregular period. Who do not have,
But is there such a thing as regular period? I think most of us are in the irregular area. Like it changes with season.
No.
Only me.
There are some girls. There are some girls that have irregular period, and I think that it depends of their hormones. Because as you know, we have types of hormones like progesterone, estrogens, or testosterone.
Testosterone is for the
We have
boys.
to, girls have to,
Luteinizing hormone.
yeah, but and and there are some girls. There are some girls who have if I can say, a low quantities of estrogens in their body as an hormone, and that can cause for having the irregular period. Yeah. So for my experience, about a week before my period, if I can say, it's like a mixture of an anxiety, depression, mood change. For me, c'est toujours vague en fait. And I have a headache, breast pain, and especially le bas-ventre. J'ai trop mal au bas-ventre. Yeah, like I want to kill someone, if I can say so. Sorry for using that.
Say it. Everyone is killing me.
But
murderers.
Now, second week 2.
I think for me, after the first day, second day, third day, because mine goes up to 6 days, and sometimes if they're so heavy, they go for 7 days.
Oh wait, you said 6?
Yeah,
yes, 6.
She did.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Albina, how many days?
Yo, me it's 7 days.
No way.
Me it's up to 7 days.
We can lay hands on you, and
Rachel, how many days?
1 week and a half.
Sure.
Rachel, how many days?
For me, I can count 6 days, but for me, the first 3 days they're the bad one. Yeah.
You
But
guys,
the other one is just small.
you
But
guys,
first day,
this
second
time I'm the
day,
lucky something in the building. Ask me how many days.
How many
How
days?
many days?
almost.
Three.
Me too.
Just three.
That's me too.
3 days.
Easy.
Day 1 nightmare. Day 2 horny. Day 3 done. And the next day we're back to our charming self.
How is that
Hallelujah.
possible? Okay, anyway.
You are
It's
so
okay.
lucky.
It's
We are
okay.
jealous.
So you see, Nicole, if I feel bad the whole 6 days, it will be bad. So I need to just take my situation and leave it. I can't be harsh the whole week. You see?
You embrace the
Kristen,
whole
you're saying 6
situation.
days and then what?
You can get depressed. I think for me, day 2 and day 3 they are the worst. But from day 4, I'm just back to normal. Day 5, I'm remembering. Oh God, I have to change a pad.
Yeah.
And day 6, they are just gone. So I just go back to my normal life. So I just forget
So it's
about
all forgotten.
everything.
If I
Yeah, it's
insulted you, well, no offense. I was in another mode.
I think when she comes back from hell, she's like, yeah, do not touch me.
Life is
No,
good.
I start posting on Instagram. Being a woman is good.
I know.
Yes, I'm proud of being a woman. God
You
is
get
a
a
woman.
revelation during that period, and
I'm
then you
telling
come
you,
back
she
with
comes back a
being a woman
warrior.
is good.
Yes, God is a woman. Women run the world.
Oh no, man.
Uh,
I think week 3 is an ovulation period, if I can say.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, and there is also some kind of change, like how you feel, the mood, and you are. For me, I'm going to say for myself. Me, I have also a headache. I don't know why.
Again.
Yes,
Wow.
and the pain also, the breast pain, and some kind of nausea.
Okay.
So I don't know the others, but
Well,
we are
Albina,
different.
please
Yeah.
tell us that you are in heaven.
3.
Albina, tell us about the heaven you are in. Come on.
I'm thinking. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I think me personally, I feel good in my body. I feel sexy. Maybe I can say.
Yes.
I take a lot of pictures. I'm balling like because I'm okay, and I know it will not come so soon. So I feel like I'm still okay. I'm still in my heaven, kinda.
Like
I
that.
think she's trying to say she's in heaven when she's there.
Yeah, definitely. And for the attraction on a sexual way, like personally, sometimes I'm not even sure if it's attraction or if I'm just weird or I don't know. But I think personally, I think just those transformation, like our body is like a robot. It's like somewhere if you click here, we'll feel it here. If you click
Like
here,
it's
we'll
like
feel it there. So
want.
we don't really have a body that is so online, I can say, not at all. Because even
Well,
if you see our breasts, they are not like on the same volume. It's weird. We are so weird.
Different. No, we are different.
are we? Oh my God. When we were growing up, there's this thing about sexuality that came with a big taboo
Yeah.
in our lives. So nobody talked about sex, nobody talked about relationship, nobody talked about anything. And so when we are in the ovulation period, and you feel like your thoughts and your mind and everything is changing towards the way Christine say, like you're an antenna for sexual attraction. You're like, I might be sinful, something is wrong with me, and all that. So I'm wondering, for all the young sisters we have out there, what would you say to them?
I'm thinking. Okay, I'm speaking out of experience. I was just doing some study of my own body, how it works. So I came to discover my own self, and I was just reading from a book. So I was able to see that there's a way my body or a female body operates. There's a way each and every part of your body behaves before ovulation and after ovulation and when you're on your period. So for example, maybe I can just point out after your period, you just find that your vaginal discharge is just so light. It's if you touch it, it evaporates very fast. But as you continue, you find that it becomes thick, and as you continue progressing towards the ovulation, you find that it's becoming a bit slimy, so it can stretch. And uh, that's usually a fluid that can enable fertilization to happen. And that kind of fluid, you normally see it before ovulation. And then after ovulation, after a few days, you go to the thin moisture, vaginal fluid, and then you go back to dry. And then your periods come back once again. So I'm thinking most of the people are not very aware of what happens in their body. It's just so much unfortunate. Some people don't know when they ovulate. Some even they don't know their periods just surprise them. It's just so unfortunate. I'm thinking that people still need to do much more research concerning themselves, and especially around the area of the cycle, the woman cycle, so that at least you can be able to enlighten your small sister or maybe a neighbor who is suffering somewhere. So, okay, for us who know, we are lucky, but if you're in a position to help someone else, you can help them. But just
Yeah,
I
or
want to
getting ready
respond
to
how.
help even your
Yes,
daughter, because yeah, we are going to be teaching them.
yes,
They are the future us. They're going to go through the same thing. I believe we need to find a strategy, a way of teaching them the things we went through, trying to help them. Can, like, would you suggest a way we can help people, explain to them that what they're going through is normal and they shouldn't panic about it. They should just know how to navigate through all those things, and you know.
Okay, I don't know. Okay. Somehow, just as you say, it's a taboo. It's still a taboo, especially in African countries. Even in my own country, people they just don't open about it. So you get a person who can open about it if that person is your close friend. So if they are
Yeah.
not your close friend, they just keep quiet. So you might not know whether this person knows about these things or they don't know about them. But
Yeah,
I
we
think
had all
maybe
established that
as
most of us
Christians,
have not learned this from our parents or from our sisters or from someone close. We've learned it in the street from friends who had no experience about this. This is something wrong that should be changed about the society. What do
And
you think?
people, even young boys, that menstruation is normal. When you see a patch on a lady's dress, on a small girl's dress, do not laugh at them. Instead, just help them. And also, we have a movement of giving people sanitary towels, where even men themselves distribute it. Okay, I see that. Okay, somehow maybe we are trying, but we are not yet there.
That's a
Nicole,
good
you
thing.
muted.
That's a really good thing. I like the fact that in Kenya they're taking this thing seriously. Don't you guys wish we had something like that in other countries as well? I mean, having
Yeah.
men, women being like, okay, you guys, it's normal for people to go through this. Let's support them. Let's
Yeah.
tell people that this is good. It's good for them. They're growing, and there's nothing wrong with that person. Huh? I like Kenya. That's why I was telling you guys, I'm taking my kids to Kenya so they can help me teach them where babies come from.
Are you sure? Do you know how much Kenyans admire Rwandese?
They do.
Each and every time we have a situation that like, why can't we be like Rwanda? They are taking this serious. Yeah, we're not serious.
I think in Rwanda they had those things, what they was calling urubohero. I think they was talking about this changing of body of people. So what I think in Rwanda, what we need just to improve it and take it back and change the way it was working. Because in urubohero, I think they was talking about the things, how you change, how you grow up, what you need to do, blah blah blah. So I think we had it, but the way you would civilized will change things, the culture changing, so it's affected. But I think we should look back and see how it was working, what it was helping, and then improve it.